is Jackie and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be telling you guys things that I wish that I brought my freshman year, things that I don't think that you need, and just some general advice for college students and first year students. Now obviously this advice is going to be different across the board. This is just my experience and I go to Virginia Tech. Go Hokies. Hey guys, it's the next day. I'm sitting in my dorm editing. I don't feel like turning on like overhead life, but the VT's backwards and that's so embarrassing. That's like really embarrassing. Okay, back with the video. Anyways, I'm starting my second year here at Virginia Tech, and I'm a multimedia journalism and cinema major with a minor in PPE, which is philosophy, politics, and economics. So I'm all around a liberal arts student, and I go to Virginia Tech. So this is just my experience as a freshman last year and things that I think that you guys should know. With this video, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway. So I did one last year and it went really well, and I always think that back to school stuff is something that people always need, so I wanted to do another giveaway this year. And all you have to do to enter the giveaway is be subscribed to this channel, follow my Instagram, and just comment what you guys are looking forward to this year, because I kind of want to know to get to know you guys. And I'll be talking about the giveaway more at the end of this video. Okay, so my first thing that I think you guys should not bring is a printer. Everybody all across like YouTube videos, because I was constantly watching people talk about what they should bring and what they shouldn't bring, always said don't bring a printer. And I stupidly bought one, even though I got advice hundreds of times saying not to get one. I never used the printer. I never even plugged it up because I couldn't figure out how to work it. And Virginia Tech has a printer in the library, and I constantly would go to the library, so if I ever needed to print anything, I would just go right there. And in the long run, buying like a printer is like $90, at least that's how much I spent last year. And printing out paper is like 10 cents each page, so I maybe only spent $5 printing rather than just spending $90 on a printer that I did not need. So personally, I do not think that you guys need a printer, and obviously there's just not that much space for a printer, so I don't think that you need to bring one. Something that I do recommend bringing is headphones. Now, I listen to music all the time, like if I'm just getting ready for my day or walking across the drill field, but also for my major, I do a lot of editing or watching a lot of videos, and a lot of the time your classes may either be asynchronous, so that you'll have like Zoom lectures that have already been pre-recorded, or synchronous classes that are online, and you might need to have like some headphones when you're out and about. I personally love, I can show you guys some of the headphones that I use. I personally use these Sony headphones. They're like the VH, I don't know, like they're the 4th generation. I love these. They also have a port for if I wanted to put it in my computer, and they are wireless, so they just sit on my head, and they're super comfortable, and they are soundproof or like noise canceling, and I love a good noise canceling headphones when I'm trying to study or if I just want to like watch TV and I don't want to be bothered. So those are some headphones I recommend. And also just like AirPods. I have like AirPod, like the regular ones and the AirPod Pros, because I got them with my laptop last year. It's just quick and easy. Like, they're somewhere. Okay, there are. I just put them in my bag and I just throw them in there, put my headphones on when I'm walking across the drill field. Or I use both of these when I'm like at the BCC or at the library and I need to like listen to music while I'm studying, or just watching YouTube videos or like lectures when I need help with some of my classes. Now, this is a personal thing, and I don't think I've seen anybody else talk about this. I do not think you need a Brita. Personally, I never use my Brita. I gave it away to one of my friends because I have water fountains down the hall. And like, I trust my water at school. Like, I don't feel the need to purify it. I don't know. It's just me personally. I have like a water bottle filler right down the hallway, and all the dorms seem to have that. So I just take my water bottle, fill it up when I'm on my way to class. I fill it up when I'm at a dining hall. I fill it up when I'm in a classroom. So I don't think a Brita is needed. Everyone talks about one. I personally didn't ever use it, but that's just me. What I do recommend is a hot water kettle. It's just one of these things. Last year, I didn't have a microwave. This year, Virginia Tech is providing microwaves, so I might not use it as much, but last year I used it all the time when I needed ramen, when my friends needed ramen, when like just like packaged food that I needed to heat it up, or just like I wanted a hot drink, things like that. I use my hot water kettle more than I thought I was going to use it. And I think I saw Study Quill on YouTube. I think she talked about getting a hot water kettle, so I bought one, and I ended up using it literally all the time, and it saved my life. Something else that I definitely recommend having is medicine. College kids can be dirty. And getting sick was something that happened to me literally all the time. Like, I was constantly sneezing, I was constantly coughing. But emergency, it's like a little bit of gummies that you can take, and they help you with your immune system. I took them a lot last semester, and it helped me just like not get sick, keep myself regulated. Aspirin, Tylenol, all that like over-the-counter medicine I definitely recommend having, because you never know, your friend might need some, you might need some. It's just good to have. And just like Dayquil, NyQuil, Theraflu, I live, sleep, and breathe Theraflu whenever I have like the sorest throat. Like if I can feel like I'm getting sick, pop the Theraflu with my, handy dandy kettle, and then I feel a lot better. So those are just medicines I recommend, and like having like a little first aid kit. It can be like a small thing. I got mine from honestly like Target or Amazon, and it's like a small, I can show you, like it's just this, it's like really tiny. I have like another one, I have a few more, but it's just like band-aids, gloves, like hydrogen peroxide cloths, I think that's what it's called. And just those, you never know, you might cut yourself, someone else might cut themselves. It's just nice to have. This is my number one thing. Do not buy textbooks. I don't care what anybody says, do not buy your textbooks unless you like actually like really have to. Like for me, I got a textbook for my communications class and I couldn't find the PDF. It was like nowhere online, but it's something that's really useful and I'm going to be using it for the next 4 years and definitely after college, because it's about like grammar, spelling, how to like write a cover letter or resume and all that like good English stuff that you need. But I would find a lot of my communications textbooks I had a PDF for. A lot of my history textbooks I found a PDF for. And you can also, pro tip, get your friends to like split the cost on a textbook if you find it, and like just take turns sharing it. You're gonna probably have study groups, probably gonna be studying with your friends, so save money on those textbooks and split the cost or find the PDFs online. They literally have so many PDFs and it saved my life and saved my bank account a lot of money. Speaking of textbooks, I 100% recommend an iPad or some sort of tablet. I know an iPad is like really expensive, but I get my iPad used literally all the time. I've had the same iPad for like almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in Christmas, and I seriously use it literally every day, all the time. When I have a PDF for a textbook, I download it and I put it into Goodreads. There are also other apps that like don't cost money. I personally use Goodreads. I took all my communication notes on there, all my morality justice class notes on there. I use like every notes that I had to take, it was on this iPad. Saved my life. It saved me from like wasting paper and like printing out copies, because my teachers would like post the readings online. Just downloaded a copy right there on my iPad and it was amazing. And get like an Apple Pencil if you want to take notes. That's just something that I really liked using. Obviously it's not for everybody, but I definitely think an iPad is a great investment for college. And I'm not sure they're still doing it, but getting like an Apple product is typically on discount like during the summer and the beginning of the school year, because Apple knows like students want to buy these things. So if you can get it, I definitely recommend. The next thing I do not recommend bringing is hobbies that you don't already have a practice of doing and thinking that you'll do it. I loved bullet journaling, but I never did it consistently, and so I had all of these markers and all this stationery just sitting in my room and it never got a use. And like I could have saved myself some packing if I just never packed it. You might think like, oh, I'm gonna develop this hobby. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like do yoga every morning all the time. I'm gonna make smoothies every day. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna be on my grind. Never did it. If you're not in the practice of already doing it, don't bring it. You just don't have time to do it, and it will save you a lot of extra space in your room. So I definitely recommend. I saw Study Quill say the same thing, and she was right. If you don't have a practice in doing it, don't bring it. Now, I don't have as much things that I don't recommend as things I do recommend, so I'm just going to switch to like just talking about things that I definitely do recommend. And you're going to need a laundry basket. And with a laundry basket, I know my school, we definitely have to pay for laundry. Some schools don't, but make sure you have laundry money on your card. I would put like maybe like $50 or like $100, because you're going to be like washing clothes throughout the semester. So if you like started early, then you already have it. But I'm going to show you guys the laundry bag that I personally got. So I have this laundry bag. It has like straps on the back so I can carry it up and down like the stairs, because I live in a dorm and I'm gonna want to like not have to lug a big thing. I can just put this on my back and it's super convenient. So make sure that you have a laundry bag and have detergent, Tide Pods, softener, whatever you use to wash your clothes, and laundry money, because I definitely forgot to bring laundry money my first year, and I had to like call my parents like, yo, I need like laundry money. And I just realized I didn't put laundry money on my card this year either. So now that I remember that, I'm going to definitely go put that on there. This is about hobbies again. I'm like filming this after I already talked about hobbies, but I love anime. Like I read a lot of manga. I loved watching anime. I had like the entire My Hero and JJK section in my room because I was like, it's gonna be cute decor, I'm gonna read them. I didn't read it. So if you're like, don't bring too many books. Like, I obviously have a few books on my desk. I think I have like maybe 10 books on my desk. That's like a good amount. Then I can just switch it out when my parents come home for parents weekend. Vacuum. I literally love this vacuum. When it comes to cleaning supplies, I definitely recommend this vacuum. It's like the Bezel, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was like a $30 vacuum that I got at like either Walmart or Target. And I use it like every week. When I to like vacuum the rest of my floor, if I see things that are dirty, I would just plug the vacuum in, and it was really small and really easy and convenient. Don't spend like hundreds of dollars on a vacuum, just like this cheap $3 one. And it's still working this year, so it's obviously a good price. When it comes to bedding, I definitely recommend bringing 2 pairs of sheets just so that you can have a clean pair. Stains happen, things happen, and getting a mattress topper. I got mine personally off of Amazon, and I'm using the same one from last year because they can last up to 2 years, and it just makes the bed so much more comfortable. I literally feel like I sleep like a baby and like an angel on my mattress topper, and it saved my life. When it comes to packing, I know this video is a little bit later because I'm a procrastinator, but the IKEA blue bags, those Amazon blue bags, that's what I use to move into all my stuff. They're very easy, very convenient, and they were pretty cheap. I recommend getting those when you're moving in back to your dorm. Storage bins are really helpful. When like I have some on my desk, I put like all my chargers in there. For my extra toiletries to go under my sink, they're there. I didn't think about getting them moving into college, but I ended up getting them throughout the year. But it's also a good way to like pack your toiletries already, or like pack your chargers and stuff like that, so when you're moving into the dorm, they're already safe and organized. When it comes to electronics, you're going to be constantly using them, so I definitely recommend getting a good laptop. I know that like literally everyone I know has a laptop, so I definitely think that that's an investment that you should get. And with constantly having a laptop, blue light glasses are really amazing. I use this pair. I just got these off of Amazon, and it was like a pack of 3 for like $15 off of Amazon. The blue light glasses just like help with headaches, help with eye strain, and I feel like they work. I might just like be tricking myself into thinking that they work, but I'm pretty sure that they do because I was getting constant headaches and my eyes were always hurting. And then I invested in some blue light glasses over like the COVID pandemic, and I've been using them ever since, and I feel like they have helped me so much more, just like not feeling irritated, not feeling like I have eye strain and stuff like that. This is more on like the random side of electronics, but I definitely recommend a cable that has like extra USB cords and HDMI cord, SD cards, stuff like that. I have a MacBook, so I don't have like the regular USB ports on my stuff, and I don't have an HDMI cord. And I didn't realize how much I was going to actually use an HDMI cord. I never used one in my life, but having this port and then getting an HDMI cord was a lifesaver because like I want to go like watch TV in like the lounges, and they need an HDMI cord if I'm like studying with the group and I want to connect to my laptop. Or when you're like doing a PowerPoint presentation, you're gonna need one. So I definitely recommend getting one. I got one like September of last year, and I've been using the same one ever since. So this is really helpful, and getting an HDMI cord is really helpful as well. Some more electronics I recommend is a laptop stand. I got this, I don't even know if I got this during the pandemic or if I got this like last year, but I use it all the time. I put my laptop up there, and then it sits there, so I'm not like hunched over looking down at my laptop. It just keeps like your back posture looking eye level at your computer. It's a pretty helpful thing, and they're not too expensive, and they last you a long time. I've had this at least for a year now. The next thing I want to talk about is having a fan. I personally have like this cute little fan. I'll show you guys. It's really cute. It just sits on top of my refrigerator, and I personally like to have like a pretty cool area. And I know some dorms don't have AC. I'm fortunate that my dorm that I live in this year and last year both have AC. So a box fan, like just a fan, just to like keep you cool, so you're not like getting overheated and you're not like stressing yourself out. I definitely recommend getting a fan. The last thing I'm going to talk about is like dishes and cleaning supplies. I definitely recommend, just because of COVID and then like the possibility of another pandemic happening. I know we keep hearing like monkeypox and coming out in the future. Definitely recommend like a good cleaning spray. Lysol's always good. Disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizer, dish soap, dishes. I didn't really touch that much on dishes. I used my dishes to a degree. Like I definitely recommend getting them, like just some cheap dishes. But silverware, I want to like save the planet and go green. But I just had like the hardest time keeping up with my utensils. They would just get lost and like just it wouldn't be there. So I recommend plastic, like these standard regular great value plastic cutlery that you can get at like Target or Walmart or Amazon, literally anywhere. I use it and then like I just clean them off and recycle them, and they're a lot easier for me. I just noticed this year that I use them more than my silverware last year. I don't feel like cleaning some dishes, but I'm kind of like trying to get myself into the habit of like washing dishes because I'm gonna be an adult, like adult at some point. So getting those dishes are fine, and I got mine from Target. Like your standard, I think each of these were like 50 cents a piece. I just got 2 of each, so like I have at least 2 a week to use, and when one's dirty I can use the other one and then just wash both. So those are what I recommend, or like just plastic paper plates and stuff and just recycle them to stay green. But definitely get cleaning supplies. I know that I have like Lysol, the COVID spray. I don't really know what it's called. And I have this. It's like, you can read it. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But I had this and like I just spray like it on my sink and stuff. And then like Clorox disinfectant wipes to like wipe off my desk, wipe off like my bedding, stuff like that. So having these things, definitely recommend. Last year I lived suite style. This year I lived traditional style, so I don't personally have to clean the bathroom. Last year I like needed a Swiffer and like a mop to like clean the bathroom floor, like a toilet scrubber to like clean the bathroom, toilet paper, paper towels, stuff like that. It just depends on what your living situation is. This year I'm living in traditional style, so I don't have to clean the bathroom, but I do have a sink and a mirror in my room, which is like really convenient. I love it. So I just need like Windex to wipe like the mirror, and then like Clorox wipes to wipe the sink. This is the last thing I promise I'm going to recommend you guys buying for college or bringing to college. I have, my clothes get wrinkly. Like I put them in a drawer, they'll get wrinkly, and I don't like ironing because I don't want to bring a heavy iron. I don't want to have to plug it in. That's a lot of work. This is what I definitely recommend. It is this Bounce Can Spray 3-in-1 Rapid Touch-Up Spray. Kelly recommended this to me, and I was like, what do you mean? It's like a wrinkle-free thing in a bottle. I use this all the time. Anytime I have a wrinkle, I just spray it, stretch out the shirt, and it is wrinkle-free. Saves me no time. Like I can spray it, pull it, go take a shower, come back, my shirt is clean, fresh, new, and no wrinkles. I got this off of Amazon. They probably have it like at Target and Walmart, but please, 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 please get this spray. If you don't get anything from this video, get this. Okay, I'm going to be transferring to advice that I have for college students that I have taken from some of my friends and things that I personally think. This video is going to be a little long, so I'm sorry about that, but I'm really passionate about like school and like just things that I wish I knew before I like became a freshman, and I think it would be helpful. So this is the part of the video where I'm going to be talking about my advice. Having a routine and having like study habits is definitely something that I recommend. I always studied like throughout elementary school, middle school, and high school just because that's something I had to do. Not everyone does, but college I feel like is a time where you really, really need to have like a study routine. If that means going to the library, having group study with some of your friends in your classes, I definitely recommend having like class studying or like having a bonding with your class. I know for my communication class, I made a group meet and I was like, hey guys, on these days you guys want to study for this exam, or asking for like help with the homework. Oh, I don't understand this. Like, did you guys get the notes? Just stuff like that. Having group chats with your classmates, just having those bonds, it will help you meet people at your school. When it comes to studying, I highly, highly, highly recommend going to office hours. I know it's something that people talk about all the time, and I didn't start utilizing them till like the end of the semester. And I think that had I gone to office hours for one of my classes, I would have ended up with an A for the year. So I literally got a 97 on the last exam, and it's because I went to office hours. And it also makes you have a great bond with your teachers. I know I went through like last semester, I was just getting really unmotivated. My mental health wasn't the best. And like I contacted my teachers and I was like, hey guys, this is what's going on. And they're super understanding, and having that bond with your teacher makes it more likely for them to give you those passes and like help you out, rather than if you never had a bond with them before. The transition from high school to college can be a lot on some people, and I know that it was difficult for me, especially coming out of the pandemic. And mental health is something that I'm really, really passionate about, and I very much preach all the time. So I definitely recommend checking into like your mental health resources that your school offers. My school offers Cook Counseling, which is like a therapy thing, and I definitely recommend going there early because it's easier to get an appointment when you start early rather than waiting later on in the year, because it does get backed up. And I know that's like a case for like across the board for a lot of students, and I definitely recommend you guys check out therapy, group counseling, therapy just one-on-one, things like that, or just like mental health resources that your school does offer. College can be hard, and I know that the transition can be difficult, so definitely making sure that you're mentally okay because you don't want to burn out. I know I burnt out my first semester and it was the worst trying to recover, so prioritizing your mental health is a very key thing when it comes to college. Going and staying active on campus is something that I think is really important, not only for your physical health but for your mental health. Just like going out for like 30 minutes a day is really nice. There's a lot of, you can join like a lot of workout clubs. Like I know that we have like women in the weight room. We have this other club, I think it's called like Charge or something, and you can like meet other people and work out with them. My school offers a free gym membership. It's covered with your tuition, so I definitely recommend looking at what you're paying for, and if you have a free gym membership, definitely use the gym at your school and check the times because college gyms get really packed, but going to the gym is something that I think that everyone should try doing, and it feels really nice because you get to like bond with your friends, just like make it a thing with your friends. Like me and my friends would go to the gym. It was so much fun, and it just felt good to like de-stress and have fun with your friends. This kind of goes with like utilizing what your school offers, like obviously the free gym memberships and also with like free mental health and free counseling, but just like explore what your school has to offer. I personally am in a lot of clubs, and my recommendation for clubs is something that's social, something that is in your major, and something cultural. I think that those are just great ways to like have people that you have a connection with and just people that have the same interests as you. I'm in like a liberal arts like ambassadors program, so that's my major, and I have Society of Professional Journalists, which allows me to meet other journalists of students here at campus, and we don't have many of them, so that's something that I'm really glad that we have. Something culture, I'm in Black Student Alliance at my school, and it's a great way to meet other Black people on campus, especially because I do go to a PWI, and having that connection with like my Black student population is really helpful and really nice, and it's something that I definitely really enjoy having. And then something social, I'm in something social, I don't know what I was about to say. I'm in Student Alumni Associates, and it's a organization on campus for kids that like really love Virginia Tech, and I was able to meet like other people like that are higher up, like different grades, people that are like in the admin positions and stuff like that, and it's a great way to network with people, so definitely check out the clubs at your school. I know that my school has something called like Gobbler Fair, and at the beginning of the year you get to like see all the clubs. Try joining at least 3 clubs. It will allow you to meet new people, allow you to make great connections with people in your major, people with the same interests as you, and something that I definitely recommend. Networking and internships. Even as a freshman, go to networking events. I know I went to like a journalist or like a communication student fair at the beginning of the year, and I met people like with PBS, people that were news anchors around like the Montgomery County, which is where Blacksburg is. So go to those events even if you're a freshman and you don't have a great resume. I had an awful resume. It just like wasn't organized that well. I still went to them, and I was able to make the connections. I got to meet them on like LinkedIn, have like their emails. I know a person that works for like CBS, like a White House press person for them, and just having those connections is great when you want to go out into the workforce. I personally just did an internship this summer, and I have the same internship during the school year, and I have another one. So applying for internships, even if you don't think you'll get them, our school uses Handshake, and I think a lot of colleges do. Constantly just checking Handshake, seeing what opportunities that are there for you for your major, or maybe even a major that you're not even in, because you never know what type of opportunities you can have. Networking is super important. Meeting people in your major, people outside your major, just having a holistic view on different things is a great way to meet new people, find job opportunities, find internships, and I definitely think that every student should try to at least do one internship throughout their college experience, and it's a great opportunity for you to either get college credit or make money. I personally think that you guys should do internships that pay you, because we don't do free labor. College is a great way to meet new people and make a lot of friends, and I know it can be hard to like talk to people, but everyone is in the same boat for the most part. We're all nervous, we're all excited, and we just want to have a connection with people. Last year I just like knocked on the doors. I don't know if my my camera got darker, so if the lighting looks bad, it might be because of that. I'm so sorry, but I definitely recommend. I don't know what I was talking about. I was talking about making friends, but I don't know where I was in the story. But last year I kept my like suite door open, and I was just like a lot people like knock on the door, come in. Like that's how I got to meet people. Joining clubs is a great way to meet people, making group chats with your friends, and just walking around campus. I'm a Welcome Week leader, so this is not me plugging Welcome Week, but I loved Welcome Week last year. It was a great way for me to like experience different clubs, see what my campus had to offer, and it was a great way for me to meet people and just have that connection with my larger school body. If your school has games, I definitely recommend getting the student season pass. I have the student season pass for Virginia Tech. I don't always go to every game, but it's a fun way for me to like have school spirit, jump to Inner Salmon, and Virginia Tech is the best school for school spirit. I don't care what anyone says, but if you have a school student pass or like you have game access, I definitely recommend going to it. Even if you don't like football, I don't understand football, but I still love going to the games and just having that cool socializing network with my friends. Now my last, and I feel like this is the biggest advice that I can advise anyone, say yes to everything within reason, obviously. Like, don't do anything crazy. But if someone asks you to hang out, go hang out with them. You never know what type of connection you can have. Someone offers you an internship, try it out. If you see a club, try it out. Just like try things and see what things that you're interested in, because the biggest advice I got from my administrator, I think she's called an administrator, she's always talking and telling us that say yes to everything, and it's also good to figure out things that you don't enjoy as much as things that you do enjoy. I personally found out like doing an internship, I don't really necessarily like doing a 9-to-5. I love the internship that I did, but 9-to-5 isn't really a thing that I want to do for the future. And I'm glad that I know that, because now I need to find jobs that allow me to do more of a work base where I want to work and stuff like that, and finding jobs that allow me to work whenever I want to do and stuff like that. But that was just something that I learned, is you need to try things out to see what you do like and things that you don't like, because we're still growing, we're still learning, we're still growing, and the college is like all about learning. I don't know if that really made sense, but you'll find out a lot about yourself and a lot about the world around you just coming into college. So try things out, see what things that you like and things that you don't like. The last thing I kind of want to talk about is party culture and partying. I'm not a big party goer, like I'll go, so I definitely recommend getting like party shoes, because your shoes are gonna get dirty and you don't want to be wearing like your new Air Forces to a party and then it like gets mud everywhere, dirt everywhere, alcohol spilled over there. Stay safe when you're doing like illegal substances. That's what I'm gonna say, because I don't want to get like demonetized. So if you know what I mean, stay safe with that. And also, trigger warning, sexual assault. Sexual assault is a big thing on college campuses across the board, and it is something that people don't really talk about, but it's something that you should be aware of. So when you're going out and you're walking alone at night, make sure that you have a buddy, have someone know where you're going, have like your location. I personally share my location with like my friends so they can see where I am, and I'm not responding or we don't have like a check-in system. They can like come and find me if like something is wrong. I wasn't answering my phone one time and they were like, where are you at? So like having your friends, like having a good group of friends that like know where you are, know where you're going, have your location, and are able to walk you back and forth places is something I definitely recommend, because we don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. And that is the last thing I want to say before I wrap up this video. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the giveaway. I'm so sorry this video was so long. I was rambling, but I hope it gave you guys some insight into college and things that you should look forward to. College is like literally the best time of your life. Make the most out of it. It's probably not the best time of your life, but it's been the best part of my life right now. And I just think that immersing yourself into the culture, getting out, getting to know people, but also keeping your grades up is really important. And have fun when you guys are going to college or going back to school. I should be posting this video in the next few days, so hopefully it's not too late. But let's get on with this giveaway. But I got a bunch of stuff that I wanted you guys to have, like just for going back to school. It's a little late, but I hope that you guys can still use it at some point. I got this all from Target, and I had like this little blue montage going on. I don't know, I just felt like doing blue. But all you have to do, like I said at the beginning of the video, is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, comment what you're looking forward to this school year or something that you thought was helpful in this video. And then follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, which will be linked down below. If you guys want me to do another video like this, just let me know. I know I did a lot of talking, but I would be happy to do more of these. Or if you guys have questions, just DM me. My DMs are literally always open. But I'm going to show you guys what's in this bag. First, we have this college rule journal. I just thought it was super cute. Yeah, there's something that it's not too much to it. It's just like a regular journal with like some paper in it. That was kind of a dumb for me to say. I meant like lined paper. So this is the journal. Then I got a pencil pouch, so you guys can put all your like your pencils, your pens, stuff like that. I use a pencil pouch in college literally all the time, so I think it's necessary. These are Expo markers. I use Expo markers a lot more than I thought I was going to use. Like when I go to like the library, I just use the Expo markers. In my lounge, we have Expo markers and I can just write things down. So here's some Expo markers. They are the exact same color, I'm pretty sure, but just 2 regular college ruled notebooks. So you guys can take your notes for your class. And something cool about it is you can use the study app and you can scan them so that you guys can have like little notes and stuff. And then we have highlighters. You're going to be highlighting notes, highlighting papers. You're going to need some highlighters. I got these headphones. They're with the teal color. They aren't Bluetooth. They're like wired headphones. I thought they were Bluetooth. But you're still going to need this for like your laptop, and you can also get an adapter. Colored pencils. I still use colored pencils, I'm not even going to lie. Then there's this blue notebook. It is a composition college rule notebook. And then I got mechanical pencils, pens, and regular pencils because I wasn't really sure what different colleges and different like high schools use. I do recommend that you guys, if you're under the age of 18, to ask your parents for permission. This is open for literally any all ages, but just ask your parents for permission and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. You comment your favorite thing about this video or something you're looking forward to about school. Follow me on my socials and also put your Instagrams down below so that I can contact you guys. I forgot to say that, but I'm going to need to be able to contact y'all to send this stuff out. But the giveaway, I'm going to post this video hopefully before Saturday. So I'm going to keep the giveaway open until August 20th will be when the giveaway closes, and then I will mail out the package that day. I'll contact the person, and whenever they give me the stuff, I will send it out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!